Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. We are, of course, at the future Nou Camp. Given a new look after 4 years of renovations, it is bigger, better, and ever more beautiful. And that gets things running.
Fernando Torres is looking really fired up here, Peter.
Well, he's been a favourite of yours for years, hasn't he?
Well, club biases aside, I don't think I've ever seen a striker who's so outstanding both inside and outside the box, and who routinely makes the spectacular seem ordinary.
And his numbers are a long, long way from ordinary. Roberto Carlos just loves to go forward whenever he can. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
He's picked his way through, hoisted in. Oh, it just needed a better touch, and you could see his annoyance.
Yeah, very careless, and I leave it at that.
Davids. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. That was travelling. And it's Davids. Nicely spread. Koller is onto it in a flash. Rodri.
There they go, hunting again.
Tomori with the foul. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. A save by David Raya! It's been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
Yeah, whether they've been allowed to set the standards or not, they're setting them, and a goal has to follow.
And it's Zanetti. Passes short and sharp. And here's Vinicius Junior. It's out for a goal kick. Davids, that's a risky ball, you've got to say. What a throw in. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Rodri. So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Seedorf! And now a sudden chance to counter. Probing pass. Oh, that is a good ball to find him. Torres was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Gabriel kept his eye on it, and he's there. And here's Cruyff. Looking for options for movement. Oh, that's fabulous. He rises! Firm header just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
Oh, Red, nice interception. And it's Cruyff. He's got away. Shot could be on. Davids! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Approaching the half-hour mark. Davids. Roberto Carlos has it out wide and up he goes! Firm header just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
Donatoni. And it's Fernando Torres. Messi. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Donatoni. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. Cafu gets a foot in here. Messi charging forward, the ball at his feet. No luck with that dink over the top. And they're not going to make any further progress now. There's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Vinicius Junior. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Very nicely done. Donatoni. Nice bit of trickery. Reich takes the shot! Good first touch and almost as good a second.
Rijkaard brilliantly took control of that, which was exactly what the situation required.
And he's picked it up out wide. Played in by Roberto Carlos.
Well, not the worst attempt. A little technical tweak should help the quality.
And it's Messi.
Vitoria have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Messi. And Messi! That carried quite a threat. And that'll be the final action of the first half. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. How would you review the first half?
Yeah, no goals so far, but it's certainly not through lack of effort. They've had quite a few opportunities so far, but their shooting, not good enough.
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started. 0-0. And we're already back up. Messi! And he's done it!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
Gorgeous, just gorgeous.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it? Perfection.
Victoria have fired themselves in front.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
And they can counter here. Roberto Carlos, the cross. And it's came by the keeper.
Victoria clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
Gabriel, Tomori, and it's Zanetti. And here's Lee Kang-in, looking for the run. Zanetti, and that's aimed into the middle.
Was that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
And Messi! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post.
Victoria are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
Some resolute defending there. And it's Seedorf.
La asistencia a este partido asciende a 97.559 espectadores.
Zanetti. Your impression so far, Jim?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
And here's Torres. Vinicius Junior. Donatoni. It's a loose ball. Could move up a gear here. Lee Kang-in. Victoria are leading here through the only goal of the game, scored early in the second half. 1-0 the score.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Donatoni. Lee Kang-in has it in a wide position. Deftly away.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
There's the header! And it's been given away. And another try! Really well taken goal. And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. That was easy, almost too easy.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 18.
Victoria choosing to make the first change. Victoria are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
He has found a way through. He slings a mighty effort. Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Well, he's looked very lively. He really wants to put this game to bed.
And it's Ibrahimovic. Played through into space. Lee Kang-in. Can he finish? Oh, it's hit the post. Cafu. Beckham. Seedorf. great ball. Ibrahimovic! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. That is lovely. Good chance here. And that's off target.
Well, if they hope to have any chance of turning this round, they have to abandon their shoot-on.
And that's it. And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. We are, of course, at the future Nou Camp. Given a new look after 4 years of renovations, it is bigger, better, and ever more beautiful. And we're underway.
Peter, we're about to see how good Lilian Thuram is. Besides being physically imposing and quick, he's very intelligent and...
Cruyff!
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence.
That has been cut short. Passing is crisp and sharp. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Now that's well seen too. Nedved. Davids. Now he's got space here. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Saka. Has a look and plays it forward. Gattuso. That's an imaginative pass. And he's worked it through. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Nedved. And it's Davids. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Aviati gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Now it's Shevchenko. And this is Nedved. Big header! Goal! Milan! There is the breakthrough! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Milan are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Milan are looking to break at pace. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, well played. That's going to go a long way. O'Shea. Looking for options for movement. And this is Cruyff. And he's straight offside. Oh, well played, well sorted out.
Victoria are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, no joy this time. Thuram. So what can they make of this? And here's Shevchenko. Saka receives decent chance! Hits off target and by quite a way.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
Davids. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Half an hour played now. Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. And here's Saka. Thuram. Milan looking to pass their way through. No way through there. Seedorf.
Oh, it's great work in terms of both purpose and intensity.
Roberto Carlos. He's picked his way through. Oh, no, that was never going to make it.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And they're not going to make any further progress now. And it's Cruyff. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
And that's a simple one for the keeper. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Seedorf. And here's Ibrahimovic.
Milan have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
And it's hoisted clear. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
Nedved. Shevchenko. Saka. And the first 45 minutes are up. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
And the action is back on the way.
Victoria really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Messi. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Rodri. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Goes down, but nothing given. Nedved is one whose deliveries we all know about. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Now it's Shevchenko. No, that's been intercepted. Tries to play it through. Oh, super ball. Oh, he's been caught. Big chance! It's in! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. Saka duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Milan are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
It's a pretty loose pass.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Cruyff. Nesta promptly onto that, and that is that. Baresi kept his eye on it, and he's there. Thuram. And it's been given away.
La
It's
asistencia de este
Nedved.
partido asciende a 97.559 espectadores.
Cafu. Well read, nice interception. Nedved. Messi. Now, can they get him away? O'Shea gets over and intercepts.
Milan are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way-through zone.
Oh, and Shevchenko! Oh, he's been caught napping. That's well blocked, and back out it comes. Oh, what a ball! Cruyff. For Messi. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Cruyff. Messi. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Cafu making good progress on the right-hand side. Saka. Played back in. Shevchenko! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
El dorsal 9, el dorsal 10.
Bale plays it short.
Serán sustituidos por...
Crosses
el
it
dorsal
in.
13,
Keeper
el
has
dorsal
taken
11,
decisive action.
El dorsal 16. Forlán.
Now it's
Se va a
Hullet.
realizar un
And
cambio de
Hullet! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Bullet clearly furious with himself there. They looked for all the world like they were going to go 3-up.
That has earned a reprieve for the time being. And now a sudden chance to counter. No, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. Adriano. Neymar takes control of it and he's on the move. Rodri. And this is Pirlo. Ah, that's a fine interception. Hullet! Oh, it rattles the bar. He should have put that one away. And it's Davids.
Victoria really have been second best here, second to every ball, and they can't have any complaints about where they are now. The good thing is they haven't given up, but it's not looking favourable.
Oh, that's a key interception. That is ended up in no man's land. Adriano just eases him off the ball. Hullet, and the counter is on. Oh, that's fabulous. Tries to pass it through. He's in space and looking for options. Davids, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And here's Romario. Aims beyond the defence. Incoming... Oh, smashing header! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are cruising away.
2 minutos de descuento.
He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. And that will be the final act. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. We're looking at the new incarnation of the famous Camp Nou, now even more prominent as the symbol of the Catalan capital. So off we go then. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, Peter, I think you're going to have to go a very long way to find a better all-round midfielder than Fede Valverde. He's got the engine to do all the covering, but he's a lot more than that. He's got the strength, the tackling ability, good composure on the ball and balance in his game. So you'd really struggle to find any weakness.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Oh no, what has happened here? Tries a shot! What a wonderful goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
I doubt very much that this was in the script.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Palestine finding their passes. Great vision. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And they're back on the ball again. Valverde. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Davids threads one in, floated through, and into the grateful arms of the keeper. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And it's Valverde. Cafu receives it in a wide position. Oh, well played, well played. Davids. Vitoria do have a chance to counter here. Stood up well to him there. Cafu. Looking for the run. That is a great pick out. Ibrahimovic proves just a little bit too strong. Ibrahimovic. Insigne. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Davids. And this is Ibrahimovic. Serginho. Serginho is always looking to play quality balls. Beckenbauer calmly anticipates. And that has put paid to that. Messi. Showing good feet. And he's on a charge. And it's Roberto Carlos. Played out wide. It's a good spell of possession, this. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Lovely pass, but can he get there? That'll be a corner. Palestine with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. That has been knocked clear, and now they can spring out of defence. And this is Ibrahimovic. He's picked his way through. Ibrahimovic gets through on his own.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then. And
takes a shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Mbappe actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Corner number 2 then. Big header! Just off target.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Mbappe. And the pass is intercepted. That's been cut out, well played. Rodri. Passing is crisp and sharp. Tries to play it through. Davids. Lorenzo Insigne. It's Insigne! Loose ball, and it's come back out to him. It's loose now, and they want to get it back.
Victoria really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Now that looks a decent ball.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Deftly away.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
That pass has been well intercepted. Insigne. Oh, this is a very good run. He's tried one!
Un minuto de descuento.
Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And it's half-time here. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Victoria leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. And we're already back up and running after half-time. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. And that's another good win of the ball. Lorenzo Insigne is always playing with one eye on the spectacular.
Victoria are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
And it's Messi. Rodri. Conte. Spread neatly. Cafu spots it and intercepts. And that's put paid to a promising move. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked.
Mbappe! And he has kept it out somehow.
Mbappe really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Palestine have their third corner. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. And reclaimed it in a trice. Looking for options. He's had a shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Palestine get their fourth corner. In towards the back stick. Keeper has taken decisive action. Victoria are looking to go forward now. And this is Nakata. Nakata unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Oh, smashing header!
Asciende a
Oh, nearly,
96.528
but nearly
espectadores.
is nothing.
Batistuta is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
They're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are. There seems to be more of an emphasis on protecting their lead than adding to it. It's all gone a little timid.
Back into the middle.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Seedorf. Adams. Ball played for Conte. Costa Curta. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. The referee's awarded a free kick. Mbappe. Not the most accurate pass. Tries to pass it through. Great ball, and he's in here. He's come in hard. And he's there to belt it away. And this is Ibrahimovic. On the through ball. And that's a danger. And the shot! Sticks it away! And there's the goal they've been looking for. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 8.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Messi.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves.
He gets big! Trying to hit the front line here.
Forlán. El dorsal 12.
He's going to be disappointed with that.
El dorsal 14. Cambio de jugadores.
Rodri. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Pass is just off target.
Palestine appear determined to play through the middle again. And guess what? It's the same result.
Nicely weighted ball. Oh, perfectly measured that. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Well, that pass isn't the best. Now it's Dembele. Out towards the flank. And that is a little undercooked. And once more, he proves rigid and robust. And it's De Bruyne. And he's cut it out. Forlan. Now it's Forlan. Adriano. He has found the way through. Beckenbauer did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Roberto Carlos. Can he get on the end of this? And this is Roberto Carlos. He rises! Firm header just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Baresi is there, and he can pick it up. And it's Forlan. That has been cut short. Dembele, over to the left. Wilshere providing an outlet on that flank. Oh, shooting chance! He scores! Deep, deep into injury time! As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
And there goes the final whistle. Victoria can finally smile now. They have held on in a difficult watch for it.